In a new conversation that has Hollywood buzzing, Outlander actress Caitríona Balfe broke her years-long silence to share her true feelings about the special relationship between Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson, the duo who took the screen by storm with 50 Shades. "I was there from the very beginning. I saw every look, every moment they shared, and believe me, there was something deeper between them than what the audience saw on screen," Caitríona candidly admitted. Dizzy, according to her, it's not just the acting chemistry, but also an inexplicable energy that is always present whenever Jamie and Dakota appear together. Caitríona revealed that she has witnessed many behind-the-scenes moments, not meant for the camera, where the two share private things, understanding each other through their eyes without words. "Fire, nobody can fake it for years," she continued. "If you've been around them like I have, you'll understand why the audience always feels something real." The rare comment immediately caused a stir on social media, with fans speculating whether Caitríona was hinting at a relationship that went deeper than just colleagues. Some believed she was hinting at an unspoken truth, while others saw it as evidence that Jamie and Dakota had a connection that went beyond the screen. Collision. Whatever the truth, Caitríona Balfe's statement has fueled curiosity about one of Hollywood's most mysterious couples, and perhaps she knows better than anyone what's really going on behind the scenes. Next, the truth that Caitríona never told. When pressed further about why she decided to speak out now, Caitríona Balfe just smiled meaningfully. "I think it's time for people to know the truth from an insider's perspective. I'm not the main storyteller, but I'm the one who saw it all." Glowing star, she revealed that, throughout her years working with Jamie Dornan, she witnessed not only his professionalism but also his vulnerable moments, where Jamie turned to Dakota for emotional support. Dakota was more than just a co-star. She was someone Jamie could share everything with, from career worries to things no one knew about. They trusted each other completely. Dizzy Caitríona also recounted a memory she can never forget, a 14-hour filming night, when Jamie was exhausted and about to give up. It was Dakota who took his hand and said a few words that were enough to get him up to finish the most difficult scene of the film. "I saw the look in Jamie's eyes at Dakota, not the look of a colleague, but the look of a man who knew he was standing in front of the most special person in his life," Caitríona revealed. Fire. It was those small details that made Caitríona believe that their relationship went beyond work. And perhaps Hollywood itself has also read that strong connection many times, the thing that made Jamie and Dakota one of the most talked about couples in over a decade. Camera with flash. No one needs to confirm anything. When you look at the way they are together, the way they laugh, the way they are silent, you will understand, Caitríona concluded. Collision. After these suggestive words, fans are even more convinced that the next chapter in Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson's story is about to be revealed. Will they dare to publicly reveal what the world has long suspected? Or will everything continue to be a romantic mystery hidden behind the lights? The untold truth, and a warning from Caitríona Balfe. At the end of an emotional interview, Caitríona Balfe made a surprising remark that left the media stunned. "If people knew what I know, they would probably look at Jamie and Dakota in a completely different light." Heartbreak. According to Caitríona, the relationship between the two stars is not just about closeness of soul, but also has experienced stormy moments that the public has never known. There were times when they were distant, there were times when they thought they would never see each other again. But somehow, they always found their way back to each other, she said. Crescent Moon. A source close to Caitríona confirmed that she witnessed a nearly 3-hour conversation between Jamie and Dakota after a project was abruptly cancelled. The two burst into tears, hugged each other for a long time, and then disappeared from the media spotlight for months. "That's not how you treat someone who is just a colleague," Caitríona emphasized. Fire. Not stopping there, the Outlander actress also sent a hidden message to those who are following this story. Never underestimate the thing called destiny. Some people are meant to be together, no matter what the world thinks. Dizzy. These words seemed to add fuel to the fire, amid the storm of rumors about Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson's real relationship. The fan community quickly split into two camps. One side was convinced that Caitríona was secretly confirming their love, while the other side thought this was a sign of a new chapter, maybe a reunion, a joint project, or even a surprise announcement in the near future. Round pushpin, whatever the outcome, one thing is undeniable. Caitríona Balfe, who witnessed it all from behind the scenes, has confirmed that there is a connection between Jamie and Dakota that is deeper, more complex and more genuine than any script Hollywood has ever written. Collision. And now, the biggest question remains. Is Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson's silence all this time not to avoid rumors, but to protect the most precious thing in their lives? The unfinished chapter, when the truth can rock Hollywood. After sharing a storm on social media, Caitríona Balfe continued to reveal a few more details that, according to her, only those who were really close to them would understand. And it is those details that are giving rise to the hypothesis that the story between Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson never ended. Sparkles, they always kept a certain distance in front of the camera, but when the camera was off, that distance disappeared completely, Caitríona revealed. The way they looked at each other, the way they talked, even the silence between them, contained something special. Dizzy. She still clearly remembers one time, after finishing a tense scene, Jamie and Dakota left the set together in silence. No one knew where they went, no one took any pictures, but the next morning, both of them returned with a relieved smile as if they had just lifted a big burden. I didn't ask, and they didn't say, but it felt like they had found the answer for themselves, Caitríona said. Fire. What made the media explode was Caitríona's final statement, like the final piece of the puzzle that everyone was waiting for. Their feelings are not a thing of the past. It never faded. Maybe it's just being kept in a place where no one can reach it. Camera with flash. It was that affirmation that made fans believe that perhaps behind the silence and persistent rumors over the years, Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson still maintain a bond that time cannot break. Maybe they are not ready to go public. Maybe they are waiting for the perfect time. Or maybe they have chosen to live that love in their own way, away from the spotlight, but deeper and more sincere than any love story on screen. Collision. One Hollywood critic even commented, if they ever decide to tell the whole truth, it will be the most beautiful, and shocking, love story Hollywood has ever known. Red Heart. And so, the story that Caitríona Balfe calls an unbreakable bond continues to be written every day. Not with words, not with public statements, but with eyes, with moments that only they understand. The secret silence, when Jamie and Dakota didn't say a word. After all the shocking stories from Caitríona Balfe, there's one more detail that fans can't stop thinking about. Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson's silence over the years has said more than any official statement. Sparkles. Caitríona shared that, despite the countless questions, rumors, and pressure from the media, they never tried to explain or deny anything. They chose to stay silent not because they were afraid, but because there was something between them that they didn't need to prove to anyone, she emphasized. Dizzy. According to Caitríona, Jamie once said something that stuck with her. If something is true, it doesn't need to be said. We just have to live with it. Fire. That philosophy has become the undertone that describes the special relationship between the two. Even though Dakota has had public relationships, even though Jamie has a family of his own, there is an energy between them that no one can deny. Caitríona believes that it is not just the past, but a connection that is always alive, just kept hidden from the public eye. Camera with flash. Every time they appear together, there is a comfort and familiarity that you cannot create without a deep history behind it. And that cannot be accidental, Caitríona asserts. Collision. Maybe that is why fans have never stopped hoping that one day, Jamie and Dakota will no longer need to hide in silence. Hoping that everything they have shared, from wordless glances to unseen memories, will be told as one great love story. Red Heart. And perhaps, as Caitríona once said, some feelings don't need to be named, don't need to be confirmed, because they are already destiny.